Semester 6 BRA students. Good afternoon to all. Students, this is the last class. Subject to C language. So as I discussed earlier, Black 1 is design, evolution of C language, basics of C language. In this, I explained two-item program, definitions, how to write an algorithm, how to write a flow chart, how to write a if and else if, and for, while, do loops. All these I have explained in last previous classes. And how to we can get input and output also I have explained. Today, I'm going to explain the last topic. This is also I explained arrays, structured and unions and files. One way, I will give one introduction about this arrays and all. A brief introduction to array is given earlier where the properties of an array are discussed. Many applications require the processing of sets of data items that have common properties. Example, a set of numerical data represented x1, x2, etc. xn. In such a situation, it is often convenient to represent the data as an array, where they will all share the same name. Example, x. The individual data items and unions. Of my data type, but actually to be the name not the subscript. Subscript is included in a square brackets. Function returns a value, then you can store the if function argument, it must declare or define just like ordinary variables, except that each array name must be accompanied by a size specification. The number of elements, the expression is usually written as a positive integer constant. In general terms, matrices are two-dimensional arrays in and all manipulations. Individual array element within a multi-dimensional array can be accessed by repeatedly using the indicator operator. Usually, however, this procedure is more accurate than the conventional method for accessing an array element. The following example illustrates the use of the indirect operator. One-dimensional, two-dimensional, multi-dimensional arrays. For example, a set of multiple data represented by x1, x2, etc., xn. In such situation, it is often convenient to represent the data as an array where they all share the same name. Example X. The individual data can be of any data type, should be homogeneous. Each array element is referred to by specifying the array name followed by non-negative integer subscripts, where each subscript is enclosed a pair of square brackets. Then L element array X, the array element are X of 0, X of 1, X of 2, X of n minus 1 as illustrated below. Means X of 0, the value is 20, X of 1, the value is 30, X of 2, the value is 10, X of 3, the value is 5. So we can assign the value. So multidimensional array can be defined in C with the number of square bracket pairs equal to dimension of the array A square bracket. Represent dimension array A square bracket represent two-dimensional array. Three square bracket is three-dimensional. So like that. If X of 5 means three-dimensional to the one-dimensional array, so Y of I, Y of J represent two-dimensional array in general. Defining an array. Array are defined just like ordinary variables, except that each array name must be accompanied by a size specification in the number of elements. The expression is usually written as a positive integer constant. In general terms, a multidimensional array may be defined as see with this data type, array name, expression to etc. Example, int items bracket 10 means 10 integers. Int items 10 into 50, 50 integers. Float values 10 and 3. 30 float value 10 rows, 3 columns. It's all to 27 characters, 3 rows, 3 columns, the levels. Function can include initial values if desired. Initial values must appear record of array element, inclusion braces and separated by commas. The general is type array name action in square bracket value 1, value 2, etc. value n. Okay. Now, example in digits 10 in bracket 0 to 9. Float XR, that is square bracket 0, 0, comma 0.25, 0, minus 0, 50, 0, 0. Char color 3, red, E, D. Into table. Second row, 3 columns. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Match dimensional array initialization. If array dimension elements are not initialized, assumption unpredictable. So it means unpredictable results in the program. Example, consider the following array definition in digits 5. 3, 3, 3. Partially initialized array with first 3 values 0, 1, 2. Whether digit 3, digit 4 are not assigned value and hence unpredictable values. The array size need not specify explicitly when initial values are included in part of array definitions. In digits, open bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, float text 0, 0 0.25, 0 minus 0 0.5, char color 3 red, char color red. Posing array to a function. An array name without square brackets can be used as an augment to a function, which poses entire array to the function. When an array name is posed, actually the post element to the function, thus it is not same a posing an ordinary variable. The first element to the function Thus, it is not same as posing an ordinary variable. The corresponding formal argument by using empty brackets, but other must be defined properly. For example, one-dimensional array may be defined as formal as empty brackets. The size of the array is not specified formal argument declaration. Example, the program outline illustrates the posing array from main portion of the program to a function. Float average means int float function declaration main. Open bracket, int n equal to 5, variable declaration, float average, variable declaration, float list n, bracket start, 1, 0f, 2, 0f, 3, 0f, 4, 0f, 5, 0f, array definition. Average, abg equal to average in bracket n comma list, print average, percentage f by n, average, close. Function defined with formal float average, int n float x, int I float sum. For I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus sum plus x of 5. Return sum float 10. So this is array average program. Pointers and one-dimensional arrays. Array gives the first element of array, which is the first element in that array. Hence, if x is one-dimensional array and x of 0 both refers to address of the first element. Moreover, the address of the second element can be either x of 1, x plus 1, and so on. The address of I plus array element can be expressed either x of I or x of x plus I. Here, I address of the first element, it is no matter arithmetic which has different meaning than just arithmetic addition. Addition or decision of I pointer x gives the address of the related to x. In writing the address of an array element in the form x plus I, the C compiler uses I of each element to advance to the next or previous element automatically. Programmer must specify only the address of the first array element. That is the name of the array. The array beyond the first value for the script subscript, the value I is referred to x of x plus I represent the addresses of I element x of I x plus I both represent contents of that address. The value of I element of the two terms are interchangeable. However, either term can be used in particular application. The choice depends on the programmer individual preferences. Following an example illustrate the relation between elements and addresses. X 11, 12, 13, etc. 19 in I for I equal to 0, I less than 10, less than printf I equal to percentage of dx I, percentage of d x plus I, percentage of d and x I, percentage of x plus I, x of I into x plus I and x of I plus program when run will give you values each element of array using both and pointer respectively. Multi-dimensional arrays and pointer. Here, data type pointer variable expression 2 rather than data type array name expression 1, expression 2. See this concept can be generalized higher arrays. These data type store pointer variable expression 2, expression 3, expression n. Replace data type array expression 2, expression 3, etc. Suppose that X is a two-dimensional integer array having 10 rows and 20 columns. We can declare X as int into star X 20 rather than int X 10, 20. Therefore, X is defined as pointer to a group of contiguous one-dimensional 20 element integer. The X point before 20 element array will actually the first row of the original two-dimensional array similar explicit 1 to second 20 element array, which is second row original two-dimensional array below. Yesterday, arrays and pointers. Look at this matrix. Also, I have explained matrix dimension. Years and years variables. So these are the characters. Look at carefully. These are already explained. Structures and unions. In terms of individual members as follows: bracket member 1, member 2. A typical structure declaration is name, integer, salary, following structures, structure date, into day, into month, into year, struct account or name, into account number, pointers to structures, the following example new user because use them. Person void main function self-referential structures element is program. Look at carefully. Human coding algorithm. Next, files. Of data stored on the current storage, medium layer of disk. Program has freedom to choose the way to store and output these files. See, the input comes from a special file is and standard device. Output is sent to special file known as below. A file type can be specified as binary or binary file. A file is human readable. Special imaginary symbol known as panda file. An integer constant actually IO hash EOF represented with 1 to ensure program on program should have this EOF characteristic the program wires read beyond the last character file. And user would know where the correct location is in the file. This is especially important based on file. Function ftel returns the object of the file pointer from the start of the file as log number. It is very important to objects as A or A or dir is one element the operating system function evolved from the main function. So these sort of codes program. What is EOF end of file? Command line argument. It is very common to pass argument to program when program is invoked from the command line. For example, the is program in Unix or command in Windows can take arguments at is a star or dir a star, where is or dir is a command and a star is the argument. This is supported in C, modifying the main function's parameter list. Information about command line augment is posed by the operating system, the entry function of the evoked program by way of parameters, which is the main function. To make use of command line arguments, which is or passed into main, it needs to be modified accordingly. C supports argument to main, which is not explored so far. It takes two arguments. The first one is a number that gives how many arguments there are, and the second one is an main program as follows: main int a or char or following program list all the arguments posed in the command line. That is name. We know that int main, int or char or v, open bracket, int I, printf number of arguments for I equal to 0, I less than or I plus plus, open bracket, printf augment, close in the above. Aug is a count of augment posed and is array of pointers to strings. Okay. Now, this is a summary we have explained. Next, black 4. Classes of objects, inheritance, polymorphism. OOPS and C++, classes, object, IO statement, access specifiers, function, overloading, garbage collection, summary. Oops and C++ is the latest way and the most natural way of solving problem. This explains why this concept is natural way and productive. A manager of an office asked his clerk to get a new pen. As far as the manager is concerned, his object is to get a new pen. He doesn't bother about a pen can be purchased following the rules of the company. Maybe an indent is placed. Quotations are called. Lowest quotation is sent to the purchaser's manager's approval. Permission is granted after 2-3 queries. Orders placed, reminder are sent to supplier. Each work is done by the individual concerned, but for a common objective, getting a pen in the same way in OOP types of operations are classified each class responsible for its data and related functions. This was a group of real parts. So this is polymorphism. Polymorphism means all OOP support polymorphism, which means that one name can be used for several related but slightly different purposes. Consider the question operation a stack. We need two functions, that is bracket and pop bracket stack operation. Depending on the data type, say integer, long, float, double, we should write separate functions. We should do the same thing on the given data and pop. The compiler will select the appropriate pop function depending on the data. Suppose example is giving two numbers, a symbol must work completely. The computer must be one class, let an animal is defined as being with some legs and tail. The cow can be defined as an animal with two horns. Tiger can be defined as an the both tiger and cow are the animals, and so they should have four legs and tail. About their distinct character by doing this, the definition of animal is eliminated here. The animal is known as the base class, and cow and tiger are known to be derived from animal analogy. It is equivalent to father and son, where all the assets of father will be inherited by the son, in addition to assets acquired by him exclusively. Aggregation. In addition to three concepts mentioned above, which apply to clauses, there are also aggregation relationships, which apply to the objects. Okay. Initialize variable of in index it is defined assignment, not initialization. Here is the way initializing the variables during their creation. In the AB public test, index into y, a of x, b of y, initialization, a of b. Constructor and destructor. A constructor is a special member function of a class which is automatically called just after the object is created, which can be used for initialization of a special function which name is of the class. It does not declare any return of a constructor. It is not the constructor is constructor with empty body and with no parameters. We also that is critically just before the object is destroyed or deleted from memory. It also has the same name as that of the class, except that it is processed by a character. Hence, class name is A, then the constructor's name is and destructor name is slash A. So for constructors, constructor is constructed with no parameters. The default constructor is not defined by the user. It will be automatically created compared with everybody. So parameter constructor can be overloaded using parameters list for each constructor. The constructor created. A copy constructor is a constructor that defines of See this program. Constructor can be overloaded using a parameters list for each constructor. The parameters passed to the constructor are used to initialize object when it is created. Copy constructor. A copy constructor is a constructor. It takes reference to an object of same type as parameter and initializes the current object. See the following examples below illustrate the three types of constructors and the destructor. Include include single using namespace std class person open bracket char named it nth public person count default constructor called by n strcpy name age 999 person const char nmnta cut to augment constructor called with nm P name age a person const person p COUT copy constructor called with p dot name age p dot age person COUT destructor called for name age 0 void print. So this is a program of pointer objects, dynamic criterion of object type. This program to answer this. C++ follows a function to assign a default value to a parameter. When no assignment corresponding to that parameter is specified in a call to that function. For example, consider the function f below. Void f int equal to 1 can be called with one or no arguments as f10, passing explicit value of 10. Include using namespace, void print size, Windows start now, int main, print size 1, print size 1 to print size 1 to 10. The output file will be in general any number of arguments can be set to default value and the only value they must be declared after the parameters without default. The following function declaration is correct, incorrect. Function overloading. Depending on the parameters, it is during the call. The only rule that there should be ambiguity in the parameter types. Any function can be overloaded in C++ except the main method, which should be unique. Garbage collection is a form of automatic memory management. The garbage collected or the collector attempts to reclaim garbage or memory used by object that will never be accessed or mutate again by the application. C++ does not provide garbage collection directly. Hence, every object that user creates must be cleared off when it is not necessary anymore. This to an object, for example, consider the following program C++, include instro name.h class A, index public A open x equal to 0, enter main A into A equal to new A delta. In the above program, a new object of type A is created and its address is assigned to A. If the label will not be cleared and will be hanging alone as long as the program is running. This is called memory leakage. Hence, every created directory should be deleted by the user so that there is no memory leakage during. See the program here, number of integer solutions of the equation x1 plus x2 etc. xn equal to k. Here name slash include bits batches h. You can give name. Using namespace instead semicolon int factorial in n open bracket in product 1 equal to 1 for int I equal to 2, I less than equal to n increment of I plus. Then open bracket equal to I bracket close return product bracket close to bracket start in a to close n in factorial factorial of int main open bracket in 4 indicate 7 c or n plus minus k plus nc or k minus 1 n minus 1 and 11 less than the n. So number of points in c plus, that is the number of integer point between two c plus plus, that is you write your name use namespace c into a into b equal to 0 return a return gcd b a percent b in get count into point in 2.2 if 0.1 0.2 return 0.1 0.2 minus 1 if 0.1 0.2 written as 0.1 0.2 GCD absolute 0.1 minus 2 absolute 0.1 minus 0.2 minus 1 in main in 0.1 13.2 12 COUT 0.2 ENDL written 0 program for number of solutions to modular expression C plus using namespace int file divisor int n equal to a minus b into the 0 for I equal to 1 I less than equal to square root n plus this. So these are the programs. Read carefully. See this program one by one. So like this, go and prepare. All the best. If any doubt, please consult me. My phone number 9948470727. So please thorough this material. You can get everything, inheritance and the polymorphism. The simple one. Please read out carefully all this. This is static data member static method. This operator type classes. Please see this. The program space, see it carefully. So these are the questions. In each block, they will assign the questions. So total marks 80. We have 4 units. Each block you can get 2 questions, and long questions are 10. So these are very, very important. So prepared by this model, you'll get good marks. Okay, all the best. Thank you.